So hopefully that means that me having my driver's license revoked was grain exports between Russia and Ukraine. I said, look, I know people wanted me to be sexually active to get my driver's license, but I refused to for safety and anxiety. But I refused to lower my standards completely and hang out for something good, wait out for like a decent partner. That's what we want as well, Sharon. Okay, so some of me not having my driver's license as well and not driving and being restricted to the type of exercises I could do was because I was doing too much exercise and I was in ego a bit, and I was in ego and attitude, especially when I was driving. And maybe like the last few weeks has been another part of a test for me to say like how angry, because obviously what Sharon says, words are spells. That's my medication that makes the tea stick to my tongue. Can I get through all this stress, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, and stay humble? And I have. I've refused to hate people. I haven't slandered or slagged anyone off or said, I haven't said fuck off and die about anyone, have I? I've stayed in a natural flow. So it's been very humbling, and I've managed to deal with this stress and this pressure and refuse to hate anybody. And I dealt with this stress and this pressure, and I didn't pick up any ego to get through it. It was far more easier for me to get through this stress and this harassment and this gaslighting by being loving and empathic and compassionate towards people, but without being violated and abused. And so I deserve to have my driver's license in my hand. And everybody knows I do want to have sex. Other people want to have sex too. It's just about me feeling safe. And I will feel safe. I know I will. I've done really well. I'm really proud. I shouldn't say proud, but I'm happy with the progress I've made on an emotional, spiritual, mature level. And I'm happy that I've managed to refuse to hate people, stay in love, stay out of judgment, still as justice, talking and walking. And I'm happy I've done all of them things and shown what side I'm on and gone through more tests and levels and still kept the heart of a child. Still keep the mind and heart of a child. A child that wants to, that will hear a song and dance in the street or sing a song in the street. And look for the best in people. Children dress up in superhero clothes. I walk around feeling like a superhero. Not all the time. I walk in my purpose. I do God's work. But I do believe I had to choose a human, organised institution on this earth to side with. So I chose the world leaders and the feds and the forces and NATO and all the top ones. I chose that side of the criminal fence. It's all criminal, all good and bad on both sides. But if I had to choose an institution, I chose the world leaders to work alongside with and to keep my gifts and my sexuality out of the hands of the criminals. And I chose to put my gifts and my sexuality towards the world leaders and the organised forces, armed forces, police forces, NATO. I refused to fight though. And I never really thought about everything I was saying and doing, listening. It was about my reaction, wasn't it? And if I was safe to drive with things I say and do and words and spells and intent, it was about whether I was safe to drive as well. And I stay out of ego now. I didn't think you could kill your ego, but mine's gone. It's still an emotion. Ego is still an emotion. But people say ego is a bad thing, but maybe just the nature of my ego has changed. You want to call it Christ like consciousness. It's that ego refusing to hate people. If that's ego refusing to do something, but refusing to hate someone for good, then that's okay. I really hope, like, I'm getting some good news here that your driver's license is in the post. You can't get a car yet, but your driver's license is in the post. That'd be so nice. I'm grateful. Gratitude. If you're going to do that for me, then gratitude. When I get that driver's license through the post, I'm going to cry. The thought of me even having my driver's license in the post brings tears to my eyes. That's how much I miss driving. That's how much I miss driving. That's how much I miss driving. I really want to, drive down to Wales and have a walk. And I know, look, I have to be organised and write it down. I told you. President, Prime Minister need 4 hours notice to go to somewhere they know. I will cry when I get that driver's licence in my hand. That's a fact. I will be overwhelmed with elation just at having it. And I suppose it would make me feel even happier going on a date, not even talking to them. I could, like, they might say something that might make my eyes glaze over and I might think, never mind. You ain't got a car, but your driver's licence in your pocket, so life is still great. And it's a reminder as well, isn't it? It's not just about ego and humbleness and forgiving people and refusing to hate them. It's a reminder as well. There's your driver's licence. Stuck in a stagflation. Do your duty. It might sound gross saying that, but that's the truth, isn't it? That's what some of it as well. Acknowledge reality.